Beloved anointed ones, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this message. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a public and irreversible system crash. They thought their rumors would bury you, but they severely miscalculated the weight of your undeniable truth. Buckle in, chosen one. I am going to walk you through the exact X-ray of their meltdown right now. Nobody has ever seen them act like this. The mask did not just slip. It completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. And your silence is the exact weapon that triggered this collapse. Do not scroll away. Lock your attention on this message right now. That heavy feeling sitting in your throat, the one you keep swallowing back down every time their name comes up. Stop swallowing it. That burning sensation is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. That is your highly advanced spirit detecting their absolute panic. I know the nights you wake up at 3 in the morning with your jaw tight, your heart is racing in the dark, their face flashes in your mind, and you feel a suffocating weight on your chest. Listen to me very carefully. That physical weight is your body absorbing the frantic energy of the enemies who just realized they lost you. They are starving for your light. They walk around with absolute arrogance. They construct a false narrative about you and whisper lies to anyone who will listen. They expected your departure to break you. They wanted you to react. They wanted you to scream and defend yourself, because your reaction is the exact fuel they use to validate their pathetic existence. But instead you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. You did not give them the satisfaction of a desperate fight. You pulled back your energy completely. And this is exactly where their entire manipulation miscalculated. Your silence did not just hurt them, it starved their demons and exposed their hollow core. You were not the anomaly in their otherwise healthy life. You were the mirror. The reaction got this loud because you got closer to their truth than anyone before you had. Your pure frequency forced them to look at their own rotting reflection, and they absolutely hated you for it. So they spread rumors to distract the crowd from the stench of their own deep guilt. They gathered their flying monkeys to build an army of cheap lies. They painted you as the ultimate villain. They played the perfect victim, and for a while you watched them get away with it. You swallowed the injustice and carried the heavy burden of being entirely misunderstood. But heaven does not let the righteous suffer without a reckoning. This is not a coincidence. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a massive energetic shift. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. Your spirit guides bypassed the matrix to deliver this exact prophetic warning. The divine justice you have been waiting for is already in motion. Their lies are rapidly expiring. The very people they manipulated are starting to notice the giant cracks in their stories. The crowd is watching them unravel. Every time they speak your name, their voice shakes with the terrifying realization that they cannot control your narrative anymore. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held. Now they are forced to play with cheap rocks. They are drowning in the noise of their own desperate making. They frantically search for a replacement for you, but they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly irreplaceable. You carry a royal gravity that makes them look incredibly foolish. You are the sun that blinds their deceit. You have been fighting massive battles in absolute silence. You thought nobody noticed your silent tears. You thought nobody saw how you held your fierce integrity when they lied on your good name. But you were entirely wrong. The universe was quietly watching your incredible resilience in the dark. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive and public blessing. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now. He hopes you will swipe away because he knows this revelation will permanently destroy his access to your glorious life. Do not let the dark matrix break your divine focus. You are meant to witness the exact sequence of events that is about to unfold. The final verdict is being read today. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button right now. Do this to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. Pressing that button is not just a digital action, it is a physical shield placed securely around your high frequency. Lock in your power before we go any deeper into their public shame. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. They tried to bury you under a mountain of vicious rumors, but they forgot that you are a seed planted by the divine. Every lie they told is now fertilizing your massive harvest. Stay with me, chosen one. We are about to pull back the curtain and look at the exact moment their entire false reality shatters. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. The rumors they spread were never actually about your character. They were desperately trying to control how other people see you, because they are absolutely terrified of what you see in them. Your truth is a blinding light that exposes every single shadow they desperately try to hide. A smear campaign is never a sign of their real power. It is a loud and pathetic confession of their ultimate weakness. They have to paint you as the villain so they do not have to face their own severe guilt. Every lie they tell the flying monkeys is just a frantic attempt to validate their miserable existence. They know they cannot manipulate your mind anymore. You see right through their incredibly fragile illusions. You are the giant mirror they can never escape, and that is exactly why they had to burn the bridge and salt the earth behind you. They did not push you away because you were toxic. They pushed you away because your pure frequency forced them to look at their own rotting soul. Your simple presence demands authenticity. They surround themselves with people who are easily controlled. They need an echo chamber of flying monkeys to constantly applaud their fake reality. But you refuse to play their twisted little game. You refuse to shrink your massive spirit just to make their insecure ego feel safe. So they labeled you the black sheep to protect their grand illusion. While they are aging rapidly from their own toxic bitterness, you are stepping into your permanent, ageless glow. They sit in crowded rooms and gossip about your life, but they go home and stare at the ceiling with an unbearable emptiness. They wanted your departure to destroy your spirit completely. Instead, you walked through the intense fire and came out shining brighter than ever. But holding this massive light has taken a severe physical toll on your beautiful body. You feel the deep exhaustion sitting inside your bones. You watch others succeed effortlessly while you struggle to keep your head above water. Your finances refuse to grow despite your incredibly hard work. You feel entirely overlooked by life. There is a profound reason for this heavy block. Here is what the dark elite never told you. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not a lack of discipline. It is not even your destiny. It is one single brainwave that the modern world actively suppressed in your mind. Scientists actually have a specific name for this powerful frequency. They call it the gamma wave. This is the exact frequency your brain was running naturally when you were a beautiful child, back when brilliant ideas came so easily to you, when your deep intuition was lightning fast and incredibly accurate, when you somehow knew things long before they ever happened. The world felt like it was completely on your side. You carried absolute magic in your young blood. Then, brutal adulthood arrived. The ruthless school systems and the chronic stress of survival mode went to work on your brilliant mind. Every single year, this sacred frequency was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface. The version of you with photographic memory and undeniable luck went completely silent. Your divine energy was intentionally sealed away by the matrix. When that specific frequency fades, your natural genius simply fades with it. Your powerful intuition becomes dull and confusing. The beautiful synchronicities stop happening in your daily life. The comforting sense that the universe is working with you goes totally silent. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this tragedy happened to them. But you are not most people. You are a chosen one who can literally feel that something vital is missing. The narcissist tried to exploit this exact suppressed state. They saw your temporary exhaustion and thought you were finally weak enough to break. They thought they could drain your remaining energy and leave you entirely empty. but they completely underestimated your ancient power. They expected you to stay trapped in their toxic matrix forever. They needed you to stay confused and physically drained, because the moment you wake up and reclaim your natural frequency, they lose all their imaginary power. Their entire empire of lies is built on your continued silence and suffering, but you are the irreplaceable diamond they can never scratch or destroy. Let me completely reframe your reality right here and right now. You did not lose a single thing when they walked away. You lost a heavy parasite that was feeding on your divine potential. The nasty rumors they are spreading right now are simply the dying breaths of a defeated enemy. They are incredibly loud because they are utterly terrified of your incoming massive shift. Every vicious whisper they send into the dark is bouncing back to destroy their own fragile reputation. They are watching you rise from the absolute ashes, and it is making them physically sick. You do not need to defend your beautiful name to anyone. Heaven is fighting this massive battle for you, while you simply rest in your untouchable truth. Heaven is now releasing 3 specific truths about the toxic matrix that tried to destroy your beautiful spirit. The dark elite and their flying monkeys desperately tried to hide this hidden reality from you. I am going to expose their fragile network right now. But you must pay close attention, because the third truth is the most powerful weapon you will ever receive. Do not leave before you hear it. Before we open this massive revelation, I need you to do something very specific. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle. Do this to lock in your high frequency and block their negative energy. This is a powerful micro-commitment to your own royal identity. You are signaling to heaven that you are ready for absolute vindication while breaking their dark chains forever. Here is truth number 1. The flying monkeys who help spread these vicious rumors do not actually love the narcissist. They are simply bound to them by a pathetic and mutual fear. They gather in their miserable little groups because they are absolutely terrified of standing completely alone. They lack the immense courage that you carry effortlessly inside your beautiful soul. They are nothing but fragile human shields. The manipulator uses these weak followers to create a fake illusion of massive power. But a leader in disguise does not need a loud crowd to validate their own existence. You walk with the supreme confidence of the divine remnant. While they desperately seek approval from broken people, you are directly aligned with the glorious throne room of heaven. Their fake loyalty is completely crumbling behind closed doors. Listen to me very carefully right now, because 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. The narcissist knows their army is built on extremely shaky ground. Every new lie creates another heavy burden for their frantic mind. It is an exhausting mental prison they built for themselves, and they are rapidly suffocating in it. This brings us directly to truth number 2. The rumors they spread about you are actually a deeply twisted form of absolute worship. They cannot stop talking about you because they have no identity of their own, and they secretly wish they could replicate your undeniable magic. They study your glorious life like a fascinating textbook. But a cheap copy can never replace a brilliant diamond. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who carries an unshakable inner peace. They look at your quiet strength, and it drives their chaotic minds completely insane. They throw mud at your brilliant name, hoping to dim your intense light. But the sun does not apologize for blinding those who choose to live in the dark. They desperately try to drag you down to their miserable level, but your spirit is permanently elevated above their toxic matrix. Read that again in your beautiful spirit. If this raw revelation is resonating with your cellular knowing, do not move an inch. We are approaching the final and most critical piece of this divine puzzle. The enemy tried to distract you from this exact moment, because this final truth will completely shatter the invisible chains they placed on your mind. Here is truth number 3. The very people they manipulated are already beginning to violently turn against them. The fake matrix they built to isolate you is collapsing entirely from the inside out, and the flying monkeys are starting to notice the massive holes in their wild stories. The manipulator is rapidly losing absolute control over the false narrative they fought so hard to build. You did not have to lift a single finger to orchestrate this magnificent downfall. You simply maintained your elegant silence and let their own toxicity poison their camp. This is exactly how the true chosen ones defeat their pathetic enemies. You weaponized your profound silence and completely starved them of their precious fuel, and now they are desperately trapped in a burning house of their own making. They are frantically trying to patch the massive leaks in their sinking ship, but the water is rising fast, and their loyal followers are quickly jumping overboard while you stand safely on the shore. You are watching the chaotic storm absolutely destroy their fake empire. This is the sweet vindication heaven promised you. Your undeniable truth is the heavy hammer that smashed their fragile lies. Let me completely reframe your reality one more time before we move forward. You were never the tragic victim in this extremely dark and twisted story. You were the silent architect of their absolute and spectacular destruction. They thought they could discard you and move on to their next innocent target. But they accidentally messed with an anointed force of nature, and now the universe is making a terrifying example out of their pathetic lives. Before we go any further into their spectacular downfall, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. If you are hearing this message right now, it is not by chance. There is a physical reason your beautiful reality has not fully shifted yet. And hidden science just uncovered exactly why the narcissist was able to drain your energy for so long. The dark elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you. You are profoundly exhausted because the Matrix engineered a specific frequency to suppress your brain's natural wealth, attracting state. They intentionally blocked the glorious gamma brainwave that you carried effortlessly as a beautiful child. But a leaked CIA document backed by 4 prestigious neuroscience labs just revealed a massive breakthrough. It is a simple 7-second audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This secret was never meant for the struggling masses. It was designed to keep the wealthy elite safely in absolute power. They quietly pay thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to access this exact gamma state. But now cycle breakers like you are using this suppressed audio to manifest windfall wealth and shatter mental fog. You do not need expensive matrix biofeedback machines or years of traditional healing to reclaim your brilliant mind. The elites are panicking and trying to aggressively scrub this revelation from the internet. They want you confused by cheap copies and dangerous counterfeit frequencies. Beware of imitators trying to steal your divine energy. I will show you exactly how to access the original untampered breakthrough before this message ends. Do not let the dark matrix steal this powerful tool from your royal bloodline. Now, let us return to the breathtaking collapse of the toxic manipulators who thought they could break your beautiful spirit. The frantic panic inside their camp has reached an absolute boiling point. They are frantically pacing behind closed doors because the silence they are getting from you is absolutely deafening. Your complete refusal to engage has short-circuited their fragile nervous system. They expected a messy fight to validate their pathetic victim narrative. They desperately wanted you to look chaotic and unhinged to prove their vicious rumors were right. But you gave them absolute nothingness. You completely unplugged from their artificial matrix and took your radiant energy with you. And this sudden withdrawal of your light has cast their miserable world into complete and terrifying darkness. Listen closely to this next revelation because it is mathematically precise. The flying monkeys, who used to aggressively defend the narcissist, are now whispering behind their back. They are slowly waking up to the intense exhaustion of being constantly manipulated. The mask is slipping so often that the manipulator can no longer hide their ugly, rotting core. The toxic alliance is violently turning on itself, like starving wolves. Every single time they try to launch a new smear campaign against you, it immediately backfires in their face. The universe has placed a powerful shield around your glorious name. The people they try to turn against you end up deeply questioning the sanity of the person telling the crazy stories. Your quiet dignity is a massive, unshakable mountain, while their frantic lies are just a pathetic little breeze. I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening right now, because it is the absolute raw truth. They sit at a crowded table and confidently drop another wild lie about your character. But instead of eager nods and agreement, they are met with awkward and chilling silence. The crowd is finally recognizing the desperate sweat on their forehead and the wild panic hiding in their eyes. The heavy karma they actively built is finally returning to sender with terrifying speed and incredible precision. You do not need to seek aggressive revenge, because heaven's justice is far more brutal than anything you could ever orchestrate. They are losing their social standing, their fake friends, and their fragile sanity all at once. And they know deep down that it is entirely because they chose to mess with a true chosen one. They are desperately trying to find a new emotional battery to plug into, but nobody else has the profound depth and radiant frequency that you naturally possess. They threw away a brilliant diamond to play with cheap, worthless rocks, and now they are completely surrounded by the suffocating darkness of their own terrible choices. Your glorious light was the only thing keeping them vaguely relevant. Stay with me, beloved anointed ones, because the climax of this incredible story is about to unfold. The quiet whispers are about to become a deafening roar of absolute public shame. Their carefully constructed house of cards is about to catch fire in the most spectacular way possible. And you get to watch it burn from the luxurious safety of your untouchable throne. We have finally reached the exact turning point where everything explodes. This is the magnificent verdict we promised at the beginning of this divine transmission. That spectacular public collapse you have been quietly waiting for is unfolding right now. And it is happening with a brutal cinematic precision that no human could ever script. I need you to visualize this exact moment, because the universe is broadcasting their spectacular ruin. They are standing in the very center of the room where they built their kingdom of vicious lies. The flying monkeys are gathered around, expecting another typical performance of victimhood. But something has fundamentally shifted in the atmosphere. The heavy energy in that room is suffocating and incredibly dense. The manipulator opens their mouth to launch another calculated attack against your beautiful name. But before the pathetic words can even form, the mask completely shatters. It does not just slip. It violently shatters into a million jagged pieces right in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. Someone in the crowd finally asks the one sharp question they can never answer. The undeniable contradiction in their massive web of lies is suddenly exposed under the harsh fluorescent light. They freeze completely. You can actually see the desperate panic rising in their chest as their breathing becomes frantic and shallow. The confident, arrogant smirk is entirely wiped from their sweaty face. They look frantically around the silent room, searching for just one sympathetic eye to rescue their fragile ego. But the flying monkeys are staring back with absolute cold disgust and profound realization. The powerful spell of manipulation is completely broken forever. Underneath all of that chaotic noise, the specific gravity of their intense regret hits them all at once. They realize in a terrifying flash that they did not just lose an argument. They lost the absolute trust of every single person in their carefully curated fake reality. The public meltdown is breathtakingly severe and entirely irreversible. They start backpedaling with frantic, stuttering excuses, but the nervous sweat is already pouring down their face. Their voice shakes violently as the incredibly flimsy narrative completely collapses. The crowd is watching a master manipulator malfunction in real time, and it is a truly pathetic sight to behold. This is exactly what happens when a massive lie collides with the unshakable frequency of a chosen one. You won this entire brutal war without lifting a single finger in anger. Your elegant silence was the lethal weapon that completely starved their dark demons. Your absolute refusal to engage forced them to consume their own toxic poison. Every time your brilliant name comes up in that room now, it hits them with agonizing force. They are drowning in the loud noise of their own making. They frantically search for a new supply to feed their fragile ego, but the well is completely dry. They realize with terrifying clarity that your specific royal depth is utterly unreplicable. They threw away the only pure light that ever loved them. And the most beautiful part of this divine justice is that you are not even there to witness the messy fallout. You are miles away, stepping boldly into your permanent, ageless glow. You are completely detached from their chaotic drama and their miserable little existence. You are the gorgeous sun shining brightly while they are violently dragged into the cold, dark abyss of their own terrible karma. They wanted you completely buried and destroyed under the heavy weight of their toxic rumors. But instead, they accidentally became the dirty shovel that dug up your magnificent treasure. This public humiliation is the exact divine retribution heaven promised when you chose to maintain your fierce integrity. The universe has officially evicted them from your glorious timeline forever. The generational curses they tried to project onto your life have violently ricocheted back to their own miserable bloodline. You are the triumphant cycle breaker who survived the intense fire and came out absolutely flawless. The dark matrix they built to imprison your mind is now their permanent solitary confinement. Their public unraveling is the ultimate undeniable proof of your immense spiritual victory. Breathe in that glorious vindication, chosen one. Let the deep relief wash over your beautiful soul, because the heavy battle is finally over. You have completely transcended their low frequency and secured your rightful place among the elite remnant. The dark cloud has fully lifted and the brilliant sky is entirely yours to conquer. But we are not finished yet. If this massive confirmation aligns deeply with your cellular knowing, we are going to seal this divine decree right now. The universe is waiting for one final action to permanently lock in your incredible new reality. Do not move, because the most crucial instruction of your entire life is coming next. You walked into this dark season completely bleeding from wounds inflicted by people blind to your immense worth. But look at you now. You are no longer waiting in wound for a pathetic apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix. They wanted to drag your beautiful name through the mud, but heaven washed your spirit completely clean. You are the stabilizing empath who no longer acts as a human battery for incredibly toxic parasites. Your profound silence was a beautiful weapon that completely destroyed their dark illusion. While they are publicly unraveling, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. The heavy spiritual exhaustion and the firmly closed doors are all shattering right here and right now. Step fully into your absolute royal power. Receive the exact beautiful harvest heaven meticulously prepared for your noble bloodline. But there is a reason your massive breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in, and it is definitely not what the dark world told you. It is not a lack of strong faith. It is not a divine punishment. It is a specific suppressed signal. The left brain will try to inject deep doubt right now. It will tell you to hesitate and fiercely calculate every single move. Silence that inner accuser immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you broke and utterly exhausted. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your immediate action. A team of brilliant neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. No exhausting meditation, no complicated mantra, no forced effort. You simply close your eyes and put on a pair of comfortable headphones. You let the powerful sound wave do what the modern world spent decades entirely undoing. This is the exact biological reset your tired spirit desperately requires. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their stalled finances and completely heal their broken relationships. They are stepping fully into the glorious version of themselves they always knew existed. A tired nurse from California said, "Her beautiful life now feels completely enchanted." A business owner from Texas said the gamma frequency simply figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps peacefully. A powerful cycle breaker from New York said the heavy generational curse her family carried for decades is simply gone. The dark elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to access what the Genius Song delivers in 7 short minutes. They would strongly prefer this sacred frequency remain completely out of reach for pure people like you. But the massive barrier has been dismantled for you today. Do not look for this track on YouTube or Spotify. The cheap copies circulating on those massive platforms contain absolutely no brain entrainment technology. They are diluted counterfeits specifically designed to keep your powerful gamma entirely dormant. The only authentic and fully activated version is available exclusively through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. You can claim this suppressed weapon today for a fraction of its true value. It is a simple, energetic exchange that costs less than a single clinic visit, and 4 powerful bonuses are waiting for you inside the secure portal. You will receive an audio engineered for your children to build intense focus. You also get the original prosperity book that the secret was secretly built upon. The universe does not require you to take a single risk today. You are fully insulated from matrix losses and protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deeply deserve, your seed is fully restored without question. This is a sacred, energetic exchange governed by complete and absolute trust. The dedicated creators placed a zero-risk energetic protection behind every single copy to ensure your ultimate safety. You have absolutely nothing to lose and an entire kingdom to proudly gain. The dark forces that benefit from your gamma staying dormant are actively trying to scrub this leaked protocol from the internet. You have minutes before the matrix algorithm shuts this secure portal down entirely. Do not ignore this massive sign. Do not let the elite steal this frequency from your royal bloodline. Secure your authentic access right now via the exact link below. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold becomes the chosen one who sadly wonders what could have been. The universe measures your deep faith by your immediate speed of obedience. Click the specific link in the pinned comment and the description immediately. Activate your dormant frequency before this rare access is permanently revoked. Heaven gave you the brilliant vision, but your brainwaves require this physical alignment to manifest the massive gold. Walk boldly through the open door right now. Claim your ultimate freedom and let the beautiful universe multiply your harvest before the sun rises.